The final film in the Conjuring main series, The Conjuring 4, will hit theaters on September 5, 2025. The successful horror franchise, which began in 2013, has spawned sequels, spin-offs, and prequels, grossing over $2.2 billion worldwide. Director Michael Chavez, who helmed The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, will direct the final installment. A release date has now been set for The Conjuring 4, which Warner Bros. Has confirmed will be the final film in the horror franchise's main series. The Conjuring, starring Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga and directed by James Wan, was released in the summer of 2013 and became a surprise box office and critical hit. Warner Bros. Soon found themselves with a new horror franchise that has since included multiple sequels, spin-offs, and prequels and has since become a successful shared universe. As per Variety, The Conjuring 4 will be released on September 5, 2025, and has secured an IMAX release window. The movie was initially announced as The Conjuring, The Last Rites in April 2023 at CinemaCon, but the new announcement does not have that title. Michael Chavez, who directed 2021's The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It and 2023's The Nun 2, will direct the film, and Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga will reprise their roles as Ed and Lorraine Warren, respectively. The September 2025 release date is fitting as both The Nun and The Nun 2 had incredibly successful box office runs on that same September weekend slot. The Conjuring franchise has become a major horror hit so far. The Conjuring 4 is the only movie dated for September 5, 2025, but it will be opening the weekend after an untitled Insidious movie. Director James Wan launched both the Conjuring franchise and Insidious films, and he serves as a producer on both, so it is possible one will move. Otherwise, get ready for several weeks of terror in theaters. When The Conjuring was released on July 19, 2013, it grossed an impressive $41.9 million in its opening weekend and went on to gross $319 million worldwide, while the latest outing, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, grossed $206 million. No doubt the studio will be hoping for similar box office success with the final movie in the main franchise. The Conjuring quickly became one of Warner Bros.' biggest franchises. In addition to 2 Conjuring sequels, the franchise also had 3 Annabelle movies and 2 Nun films. While 2016's Wolves at the Door and 2019's The Curse of La Llorona are not official entries in the franchise, they are related to the Conjuring films as characters in those movies also appear in Annabelle. The 8 films officially in the franchise have generated $2.2 billion at the worldwide box office. The Conjuring 4 will arrive in theaters 12 years after the first film was released, a good run for a horror franchise. It is currently unknown if this is just the final film in the mainline Conjuring movies or the entire Conjuring universe. There is no doubt the films have had a good run, with Warner Bros. Having garnered a great working relationship with James Wan, The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2, who would go on to direct Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, while David F. Sandberg Annabelle Creations directed Shazam. And Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Of course, like any good horror franchise, just because it is billed as the end doesn't mean that the series will stay dead forever. Like Friday the 13th, Saw, Scream, and many more, the final film is rarely the final film. The Conjuring 4 opens in theaters on September 5, 2025.